a very popular choice in the bot lane nowadays with the resurgence of lethality items. Jhin has come back into the spotlight. We're going to see Kai'Sa and Sona in the bot lane. So both of these champions with immense potential in the late game, but not exactly the best laning phase when put together. Which then, it surprises me that Nautilus was the answer here. I feel like 777 could have opted for something that will punish in the lane a little bit harder. I'm not saying that Tahm Kench can't find picks in the lane, it's just harder for him to do so compared to someone like Nautilus, Blitzcrank, Leona, any of these champions. Halo Blades on Dooku jamming. I wonder what that means for the rest of his build.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Standard opening for both sides.
30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Just kind of, I don't know what to think about this 777 draft. There are some good ideas in there, but at the same time, it's like, who do you want to play towards in the early game? Who's going to be your win condition later? I mean, Jhin with lethality later, he should be able to deal a lot of damage to some of these champions that will not be as, you know, that they will not be as keen on just buying armor outright. Like champions like Victor or Kai'Sa, or even Master Yi.
No hiding.
Plenty of damage already coming in from the Jhin, and they will get the push as well. Opbenheimer very much respecting the possibility of an engage, and rightfully so. This is not really a lane that can pressure level 1. Fight for a push. We just don't want to give early kills away. Rack 96 just doing the usual. Standing in bushes, getting that movement speed buff, proccing grasp. That is going to be his preferred method of trading for pretty much the entire laning phase. Once he gets something like Iceborne Gauntlet, then he becomes that much more annoying. It's like this is only the beginning of, you know, the acupuncture therapy for Aatrox here. Getting pierced by all those needles right now. That Doran's Shield second wind setup will definitely help, but he is not having the best of times. Struggling to find openings for Q1 into chains. But here comes Luke Caruana with red buff and Rack 96 way up on the lane. Luke Caruana already popping Ghost. This will have to be Rack's flash, but I wonder if it's a little bit too late. Luke Caruana wants this kill, but he cannot get it. Rack 96 got back to the tower just in time. But this does relieve Provecho. Was in a pretty weird situation. Rack actually fighting inside of the minion waves. This does leave the wave in a little bit of an awkward position. It's not exactly shoved all the way in. That creates a spot where Provecho will lose even more minions. Like when it comes to the other lanes. 777 doing just fine. But in terms of a bot lane, will just fine be enough? Feels like this Jhin needs to be ahead in order for 777 to actually make moves on the map, look for fights. Yama taking a lot of punishment here inside of his lane. The trades are not going in his favor, but Lissandra can't really respond to what Victor has to offer. The death ray plus the power transfer. Oppenheimer actually going for Void Grubs. Visona is here to assist. No response really from 777, which is quite interesting, honestly. Provecho going for his all-in. He misses the chains. How much damage can he put out here? Both top laners low, a little bit hesitant about the whole situation, but Luke Caruana is here once again, and Rack 96, already without his flash, will just fall. First blood, pretty easy kill for Luke Caruana. Luke Caruana ganking top lane twice already, getting the grubs. Making his presence known despite playing this, champion that you would just consider to be full clear and do nothing kind of champion. But we're breaking some misconceptions. Big wave pushed in, but 777 will not opt to dive here. Even though there maybe was a chance to do so, if I'm being real. Yano with a nice electrocute trade. Oh, Provecho's tired of waiting around. He wants to maybe get a kill back. I mean, he put out a lot of damage, so it feels like Luke Caruana will be able to just get the cleanup kill pretty easily. It will be a kill top lane, but it will be traded for the dragon on the other side of the map, and Judgy Rocks looks like he will get some camps on the bottom side of the map as well for his troubles. So Luke Caruana, I mean, it's not like Aatrox's situation is improving considerably from what is happening, but his own situation is improving. You're playing Master Yi, you want to be playing a little bit selfish. The faster you get these items, the more you can do. Now Judgy Rock's looking for a play mid. That ball almost landed, but no sleep yet. So I don't think it would have been a kill regardless. Rack 96 attacking on the slow push, but now Provecho trading really nicely with Dark and Blade sweet spots. Oh. Well. Yama actually goes in onto Luke Caruana, but I don't think Yama realizes that Oppenheimer has backup ready. It is going to be a skirmish right here. Yama caught by the chains is just going to fall because the ultimate Frozen Tomb has already been used. But here comes Rack as well. He shows up. Can they get more? Lilia gets 2. Aatrox now in the 2v1 situation, doesn't have ultimate yet. Nice devour from Aura on fire. They will get more kills right here in a 2v2. Provecho actually fighting back. Can he get 1 kill in that top lane skirmish at least? Duke of Jamming will just get kited away from, and so will Provecho with his Nidalee. 777 playing these fights so nicely on both sides of the map. That even though it started, a little bit sluggishly, it was a little bit weird how it all started, but they made it work in the end. And Judgy will definitely appreciate these 2 kills. And so will the Jhin. And I like what I'm seeing. This is the lethality build from Jhin that I wanted to see. given the context of this game, plenty of squishies on the other side of a rift. And plenty of opportunities to just burst people down, even with your curtain call alone. Uh-oh. Small Twink putting down his gravity field, but he was not aware of the presence of a Tahm Kench. And will just be another kill. The stun lands and Yama gets that one. Rack 96 once again ganked on the top side though. And Luke Caruana will probably just get his third kill of the game, unless it is donated to the Aatrox. I'm not sure who wants this kill. Well, they will give the shutdown to the Aatrox. It's not like Aatrox doesn't want gold. In the meantime, Void Grubs attacked by 777. They don't want Oppenheimer to secure all 6. Feeling pretty good about the state of the map right now. I wonder how they will continue. As we've mentioned, this Iceborne Gauntlet already coming in for Rack. This is where Nidalee's trading patterns just become really obnoxious. The slows coming in, enabling Nidalee to cash in with even more auto attacks. But Aatrox's cooldowns are, you know, becoming shorter too. The Starking Blade cooldown is allowing him to trade a lot faster, but Rack so far playing this out really well. The Missile Voyage comes out, it will not hit the intended target. I'm taking a look at the bans right now. Oh, hold on. I don't have time to talk about that because Luke Caruana with a nice gank just waiting in the bot lane brush. Catching 777 unawares. Already 1 kill for Luke Caruana. It will be another because he follows up the Abyssal Voyage so well. And we did not have the appropriate amount of CC to stop him from doing this. Luke Caruana already quite far ahead of the pace of the game. Yeah, so about the Ezreal pick, it was not banned by either team. That's the information I can give you. Are on fire once again, trying to attack the Sona pick, but not much more they can do in this situation. But look at the skirmish top side of the map. Yama using ult on himself to try and slow everything down, but Luke Caruana keeps going, and he will get the kill onto the Lissandra, and it looks like Belinda could be in trouble too, but just enough movement speed to get away. A dive attempt from 777 doesn't work out. Luke Caruana is here, but he's all alone. Yeah, it's pretty early into the game, but you can see the trade potential that Victor has against Lissandra. Rack 96 coming in without really having much mana, but he's getting out-traded really hard by his Aatrox. Provecho, just one more Q is all he needs, and he will get it. Luke Caruana, pretty sneaky spot, but he should get away, or will he? Actually, nice CC chain from the Lissandra, and they will get the kill. It's a shutdown from a Tom Kench, though. I'm not sure if it was needed to go so fast with the kill. It was an important shutdown to take, and, you know, Luke Caruana playing without his flash, so there was nowhere for him to go. I feel like that kill should have just gone to Judgy at the very least.
Red team's turret has been
So far, what's happening is not really dissuading 777 from continuing to play aggressive. Now it's Judgy versus Provecho, and this Aatrox has the 2-level lead, but now Rack 96 has come in. But has he come in a little bit too late? The TP comes in from Yama to try and turn everything around, but Aatrox has too much healing for 777 to deal with. And a very sloppy skirmish gives Oppenheimer an entrance into the Rift Herald. Now Kaisa all alone, 777 trying to make a play cross map, but it's a little bit awkward. Now the Devourer comes in. Tom Kench will survive. They just need one more hit, and Ara takes another kill, but, you know, given the situation, I feel like we can let this one slide.
been destroyed.
Kaisa will lose quite a bit. Nice root from Weeby Twink. Small Twink without his flash. It's Twink on Twink violence. As 777 get the mid lane pick. The neutral objective is about to come up. Are on fire. Despite being less than 50% HP, he's feeling feisty. And they will get another kill. This time Clefairy falls. And this should be a pretty easy dragon takedown for 777. We're making sure that mid lane stays pushed as well. We're not quite hitting the dragon just yet. It does, I mean, it gives Oppenheimer some extra seconds, but it is still not enough of an advantage, or ever disadvantage in terms of tempo. And that's 2 dragons to 1 now on the scoreboard. Oh, Rack 96 about to get picked off, but he has plenty of armor. This Master Yi is not really, well, he's eventually going to kill the Nidalee, but oh no. Just needed one more hit. Had to get straight into the tower to try and get that one. But his Highlander is still running, and Oppenheimer is there to assist. It was a risky maneuver, but it paid off in the end. Rack 96, even with Iceborne Gauntlet and Warden's Mail, that health bar is going to go down eventually. All the true damage has, you know, it has eventually paid its dividends. But a nice pick now for 777. All the important CC will land. And Luke Caruana, right after he gets a pick of his own, he is the one getting picked. Now Provecho in a 1v4 situation. They can't really bring him down. The lack of damage is apparent. Continues his raid against the enemy team, but eventually he will pay the price for his hubris. And 777, they're not going to go down without a fight, that's for sure. are on fire, wants to chase, but he is all alone in the jungle. So despite everything, I really feel like 777 still have a foothold in this game. They may not have a gold lead, but the Jin is in a very good spot. They just need to keep the Master Yi, you know, they need to know where he is at all times in the fight. Make sure that he is being dealt with. Yeah, but any kind of excursions like that could cost them. Are on fire. He has more than enough health to get away. But 777 has to be careful with the fights they choose to take. Master Yi is not here yet, but he will soon be. I don't know if you want to continue. Meanwhile, Duke of Jamming is still all the way up bot side. We'll just get this tower. I don't think 777 have enough time to respond to this. And while all that is happening, it's Rack versus Provecho, and it's looking pretty one-sided right now. Luke Caruana straight onto the Lilia, just disposes of him really quick. That's going to be another kill. Kaisa wins the 1v1 in the bot lane, and Oppenheimer straight onto the Baron. They know that 777 cannot do anything about this. Jin will try for the steal, but this curtain call has come in too early for it to make a difference. And that secures a very big lead for Oppenheimer. Almost 6,000 gold ahead of their opponents. Rack continuing to look for picks, but he's... yeah, he is not having a great time. In the 1v1 matchup, he's not going to be winning anymore. Aatrox has enough cooldown reduction and enough damage to outtrade him as well once he closes the gap. So, 777, that's already one option that is off the table for them. Split push is not going to work in their favor. So they have to look for other chances. Oppenheimer, plenty of vision that they have set up. Rack 96. Once again getting chased down. Yama also has to run away. Tries to help his top laner in the escape, but he's going to pay the price for it as well. The altruism did not pay off this time. As 777 lose 2 members instead of 1, and that's just going to be another dragon on Oppenheimer's tally. And they will get to push some waves for free as well. So the advantages that they created not too long ago have snowballed into even bigger advantages. Tom Kench, he cannot stun the Master Yi right now. All the damage is coming in. Will bring him down eventually. Now Judgy rocks with a nice sleep onto 3. Will he get bursted down? Yes, he will. Luke Caruana straight onto the Jin. He will just 1v1, and no, he can't. But Jin just about gets the 4th shot to get the kill, but it's still a win for Oppenheimer at the end of the day. Kaiser with a nice Void Seeker to get that pick off. And it's a double for Duke of Jamming. But remember, this is a fight that Oppenheimer took as 4, while Aatrox is still pushing in the bot lane with his own Baron buff. So 777 completely disregarding what was happening there. And that led to an even bigger punish. Well, Provetio in a 1v2 situation, but he can survive a long time. He doesn't really care if his Sterak's gauge popped. Heals so much from just one Thunder Sky auto attack. Small twink onto the backline, but he clearly... Yeah, he was not in the right place at the right time, that's for sure. Jin actually gets 2 kills here, maybe even gets more. 777 clearly found the fight that they were looking for. Oppenheimer. Very disjointed in this one. Kaisa going in! Perfect kill onto the Nidalee, but the shield comes out from the Tahm Kench, and this is very, very bad. And now the stun comes out onto Master Yi, who was just waiting there to get it picked, but onto the Lissandra, who has her ult up? Very confusing sequence that we've just seen on our screens. And that should bring the gold gap down significantly. Some shutdowns given away and a tower mid. Big shutdowns given away, a lot of gold given away. Is this enough? Get 777 back in this. When you look at the items, and the Aatrox is already a monster. You could say the same for this Master Yi pick. Like in a straight up DPS war, 777 will clearly lose, and Judgy Rocks will find out. English is hard. Yeah, that is not the place you want to be in without the assistance of your team. And that's right as Baron Nashor spawns as well. Very, very bad timing for 777. They don't even have Jin to try to steal. And now with these Baron empowered recalls, they can quickly respond to the Nidalee push and just continue to make their presence on the map. Oh, going on to the Aatrox. Jin wants to assist, but he gets picked off by Luke Caruana. He was waiting in the right place to pick him off there, and Aatrox is simply unkillable. They do not have enough burst to take him down. That's another kill for Provetio. On the other side of the rift, Judgy Rocks flashing away, just barely keeping his life. But that is not going to matter in the grand scheme of things. Oppenheimer 3-2 now in the standings. Solid performance on both days for this team.